Okay, hi guys, welcome to the Journey to Grandmaster, the place where you can improve every aspect of your chess game. We are live and today we are gonna play a Title Tuesday tournament. I'm gonna try to explain all of my decisions in the process, so to make it as useful for you as possible. I still have a few minutes till the beginning to make sure that everything is going correctly. Also to take a look who is playing today. Today is a incredible tournament. There is an increased prize fund, as far as I understand, $5,000 just for this Title Tuesday tournament in prizes, and that is why there are so many top grandmasters taking part. Hikaru is playing, Daniel Naroditsky is playing, Fabiano Caruana, Wesley So, Alireza Firuja, and so many more of top grandmasters are taking part. So that's gonna be an incredible tournament in just a few minutes. So yeah, hopefully you're gonna enjoy it, and yeah, hopefully I'm gonna show a decent result today. Because, well, of course, when you're playing against such a tough competition, it's very, very tough, very difficult, and they're putting so much pressure on you till the very end of the game, and you have to be fast. So in most of the cases, I make the mistake that I'm playing too slow, and although the position is great, like it was against Hikaru Nakamura last time, for example, my position was extremely good. I was much better at some points, and in the end game, it was completely equal, but I had just 9 seconds, and Hikaru is always putting some pressure, creating some threats, and at some point you just collapse. So to avoid that, you should always try to leave, and in this case, I should always try to leave some time for myself, so that in the end of the day, I still can use it to, not to spoil the whole game. So hopefully today I'm gonna be strong, I'm gonna be fast, and we are gonna crush it. That is of course very, very tough, but let's try. I'm gonna switch on the comments so that I see the chat, and we're about to start. It's just 2 minutes before the tournament. Hi there. And if you have any questions at some point, at any point, feel free to ask it in the chat, and in the breaks I'm gonna try to answer it, and hopefully you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna find it helpful. By the way, let me know if you can hear me, see me. Hopefully everything is working correctly. At least, yeah, that is what I see on the screen. Hopefully the sound is also okay. And yeah, just 1 minute before the tournament, 428 players are there ready to take part. 434 already. I'm not sure what is my ranking there. I guess somewhere in between. Usually I am like either in the end of the first half of the players or in the beginning of the second. And the later one is more interesting because you are playing against very, very top guys in the first round, and that is of course something special, like this game against Hikaru, or last time I played against Daniel Naroditsky. So in every case, that's incredible experience. Let me take a look. I'm number 179 out of 462, so that means I'm rather in the first half, so I'm gonna get not such a strong opponent in the first round, but if I manage to win, then it's gonna be very, very tough guys there. I'm 150 rating in online. How can I improve? Well, you should take a look at my channel. I have plenty of videos for you to improve your level. So yeah, feel free to take a look. You're gonna see a lot of advices there, and hopefully that's gonna be helpful. Okay, we have the first game. I'm playing against a national master here from USA. Hopefully you can see it. D4, D5, knight f3. I wanted to start with knight f3 first without d4. I have forgotten about that, but whatever. C4, e6, bishop is on f5. Normally there should be this queen b3 idea to attack on b7 straight away, but yeah, I'm always a little bit worried, yeah, about this whole variations there. Because if you take, for example, the knight is coming to b4, and it's, yeah, not that great. So maybe I can start with a move e3 here, just to make sure that I'm not blundering anything because, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't take on b7 because of knight b4. And then the best case scenario, I'm gonna get a draw there. He's playing knight a5. I was hoping for queen a4 check in this case, c6. And now this knight is kind of weird, so I was hoping for c5, but maybe he has b5 is not a good move because of knight bishop takes, and then king has to go to e7, and don't think that's good for black. So maybe I can play c5, b6, b4. I don't see anything particularly wrong with this whole line. Maybe I'm overestimating this sacrifice. I mean, b5 takes, queen takes, king e7. Maybe rook b8 is coming or something. Yeah, he's going for it. And I felt like it shouldn't be good. I mean, of course I can also go back, but I hoped that some sacrifice is gonna work here. I can also take on b6 en passant, but that is what I don't really like. Okay, I have to be faster here. I have to decide. Maybe it takes a knight e5, putting pressure on c6. Can I do that? Hopefully I can, because sacrificing there on b5 is too risky. Or maybe he's still gonna play b5. But I mean, that feels incredibly risky for him. b5, I'm gonna take twice, play bishop d2. Maybe I could have done it from the very beginning. Attacking that knight. Maybe it was even better, actually. Anyway, now I'm attacking this pawn. If he plays queen to c7, then I thought the bad thing is that the rook is not protected anymore. And so maybe I can even just take on c6 straight away. Knight can't take because of queen takes, and queen can't take either because of bishop b5, and I'm winning the queen. So queen c7 is not a move. Maybe queen c8, something tricky there. But I mean, at some point maybe I can even play b4, maybe not immediately because of knight c4. Maybe bishop d2 first. Okay, and knight e7 is a good move. Maybe he wants to play f6 and push me away. Now b4, because the pawn is no longer under attack. Knight goes to b7, I guess. Yeah, let me just develop for now. Bishop d2. Yeah, maybe f6 is a point. I mean, in every case, I'm putting some pressure. The main thing for me is to play faster. Ah, okay, knight c4. Yeah, that is something I missed. I mean, I have queen b3. It's not the end of the world, but I guess if he takes, it's not that great for him because he still has a lot of weaknesses and it's hanging. Maybe he wants to play b5 here, making sure that the knight is very stable. Maybe I had this move queen to d1, sacrificing the pawn, because then the knight is not that great there. Although it has some squares. Hard to say. b5, maybe I can attack it later on with a4, because those pawns are still not stable. Or maybe even sacrifice at some point, knight c3, knight takes. Okay, he takes. I have to take. And yeah, I mean, you might argue that at some point this pawn could be a weakness, but once again, not a big deal. Everything is fine. I'm putting some pressure there. He's attacking on e5. He's provoking me for the f4 pawn, which is gonna weaken my position. Maybe just bishop c3 is possible to defend the pawn and then maybe to bring the knight. Queen c7 in 95, well, he also has some weaknesses. Okay, now I am in time. Even if he attacks one more time, I have knight f3. I guess still knight f3 because d4 might be annoying at some point. Yeah, he always can attack it with a bishop. That's annoying. Now maybe queen c7. Okay, he just takes. And I'm even thinking maybe I can take with a pawn and then start the attack somehow because I haven't castled yet. The queen is coming. Maybe he wants to just play queen g5 now. So let me take with a pawn. And then play f4, and then this pawn structure will be solid. If d4, I have rook d1. Feels like a very risky position, and we both are very low on time. F4. Ah, okay, he's threatening to take. That's very annoying. Can I make long castles? No, the pawn is hanging. No, I'm missing here everything. Yeah, that wasn't possible. It wasn't possible. Now I'm losing. Because basically I'm losing here all of the pawns. But still we are both low on time. Maybe I could use it, create some threats. No. Bishop should go somewhere. Bishop d1. c2. And bishop d2. At least I'm not losing a piece. Bishop d3. And maybe f4. And I want to somehow create some threats. Yeah, he wants to play c4 and c3. That's very annoying. And I don't have any time. Takes. Everything is hanging. f5, e6, h5. Oops. Well, at the end of the day, it's not that bad. It's 2 against 2 suddenly. And I also have this passer. So basically, I'm more active here suddenly. Not sure whether it's gonna be enough. Well, now it feels like it can be enough because my pawn is so strong. Just need to avoid these checks. Yeah, now seems like it's winning. Maybe not. To c5. To b6. Into c7. Check. Yeah, maybe it's a draw now. Because he also has a passer. Let me try to take it. X. I'm pretty fast with my... Yeah, now it's winning. Okay. Wow, that was a fantastic game. I mean, I felt like I was losing at some point, winning at some point. Let's take a look. How many years it took to become an international master? It took me 14 years. I have started to play chess when I was 6, and I was international master at 20. 95 to do. So if I take on b5, apparently it's not that great. It's equal. Okay. Yeah, but in a blitz game, it's very difficult to find the right continuation. Bishop d2, I guess that is what I would do. But now knight c4, putting some pressure here. Hopefully you can see me because I have some connection issues here. Knight c4 and queen b7, and that's apparently a draw here after queen c6. Okay. Yeah, so that is why I took here, but knight e5 is a mistake. What was the best move? b4. Yeah, I have thought about b4, but I thought that somehow this pawn would be vulnerable. He has b5, and now I'm taken. And it's a better version because I'm taking the knight in the end of the day. Yeah, that is something I should have done. Let me see not to miss the next round. To see if some games are still going on. There are still 2 games going on. So I have a little bit of time. The next important point here, bishop d2 is a mistake, just knight c3. Yeah, because I have kind of missed knight c4. And that is why. And now it's already a huge advantage for black. Yeah, by the way, g4 is a very interesting idea because the bishop doesn't really have a lot of squares to go. Miss this opportunity. Yeah, now it's completely winning for black, but suddenly I have managed to create some chances out of nowhere. Here with my attack, he sacrificed everything for the attack, and h5, what was best? Just to take and play h5. Yeah, that was better, of course, because the knight would be pinned. But even like that, it worked pretty good for me because I took all of the pawns and then I managed to create this passer. Okay, I'm playing against Sergei Zhigalko, an incredibly strong grandmaster, and it's gonna be a very tough game. Okay, b6, g3, b3, bishop d2, bishop g2. He's playing c65, I suppose. Right, and my bishop is somehow misplaced. Let me put it on f4. He's playing so fast because probably he knows all of the theoretical variations, and I don't, but knight e5 feels logical, although he can just take and play f6 maybe. Knight takes. Ah, okay, because I was hoping for knight c6 with a tempo, but knight d2 comes also with a tempo, and then maybe it's still playable. No, then d4 is hanging. I have to play queen d3. Can I still do it? Feels very, very risky. Feels like I'm gonna blunder there or something. But also tempting. Very tempting. Knight takes, king h1. Queen goes, takes. Queen d3. Rook c8, just rook c1. Knight takes d4, queen takes d4. And maybe I'm just a pawn down there in the end of the day. Okay, let's just take. But I have wasted so much time. Pawn takes. There is d4 hanging, but c6 is also hanging. Let me take it with this pawn. And if d takes, knight takes c4 is possible. Okay, he wants to play c5 apparently. Rook d1 just to place the knight against the queen, so maybe I have some chances here. Maybe I don't. I was hoping for takes and knight e4. After rook takes and after bishop takes, I can still play knight c4, knight e4, attacking the bishop, but maybe it's not a big deal, so I can't take definitely. But I like knight e4. Maybe just bishop back. Otherwise, I want to take, although maybe then I'm gonna lose a pawn. Yeah, maybe I should have just continued the development. Although the queen would be coming, that was annoying. I have quite a lot of weaknesses. That's my problem. Queen is7, okay. And now my knight is hanging, so I kind of have to take. Knight f6 doesn't work, just takes. Don't have anything. But here I'm losing this pawn. Seems like, because my queen is pinned. And also e5 is very weak. Yeah, I don't like it. Let's play queen b2. Hoping to play rook d7 at the end of the day and get some initiative. My bishop is drawn, but losing a pawn. I have rook c1. Let me finish my development. Although maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should have played rook d7. Because that was a chance. Also, just b5. Can play b5 now. Queen b5. Okay. Ah, now e2 is hanging. Yeah, I'm just a pawn down. Also, I have some... Oh, bishop e2 takes, queen d8. Okay, let's go for it. Feels bad anyway. Also, I don't have any time. I was hoping to at least be a little bit active there. It takes, I take on c8, play queen d8, exchange the queens, and play rook d7. Attacking the a7 pawn. g6. Okay. Let's play e3, protecting the pawn. Ah, the a2 was hanging too. Okay. There's something I missed completely. Maybe I can take the a7. There's only 1 second increment. Oh no, e5 would be hanging. Yeah, that's bad. It's very bad, but no time. No time. I have taken probably. Because now, what do I do? Just 2 pawns down. Bishop f1. Yeah, but now checkmating problems. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it, but 2 seconds. Too little time. Now that's completely lost endgame. Ah no, just rook a8. Yeah. Well, that was too fast. Somehow I have spent too much time in the opening, and he was so fast. He wasn't thinking pretty much at all, and that made it even more difficult for me to come up with the right moves because I needed to spend some time. Bishop f4, still everything is fine. So here I made the first mistake. I should have just taken with this pawn. Yeah, maybe I just didn't want to allow him to have that many pawns in the center. But yeah, that was much better. Now he has a huge advantage because there is no way to save the c4 pawn, and yeah, this position is completely lost. Okay, what can I say? He has completely outplayed. So it shows that he has a 3,100 rating based on this game, and I have 2,700. Pretty strong, but not enough to fight against such a strong player. Okay, so let's take a little bit of rest preparing for the next round, and I can answer a few questions. How is it going? It's going great. Thank you very much, Luca. How is it going for you? Are you improving your chess level? And what is your chess level? Maybe I can... okay, Hikaru is already finished his game. Maybe I can show you one of the games meanwhile, so it's interesting for you. Here we have my countryman from Ukraine fighting against, I guess it's Sarana. Yeah, Sarana, a very strong grandmaster from Russia. And actually... okay, Vladimir Vetochka, I know him very good. He has a very good position here as black, completely winning. Let's see if he manages to win. How many years? Yeah, I have already answered that. Could you please play with me one game at the end of the stream? Yeah, that would be difficult for me because I'm going to be very tired. It's 11 rounds tournament, very high pressure, a lot of strong tournaments. So I guess I wouldn't be able to play some games in the end of the day. Yeah, so black is really winning here. I would just put the pawn on c2 and then bring my knight somehow. Or yeah, bringing the king to the center is always great. I'm wondering why he doesn't play c2, but doesn't matter. Now a lot of checks are there and knight is coming. Basically, it's a Zugzwang for white at some point because you can never leave this third rank. What advice did you give to 15 rating player. I gave an advice in advice because it's so fast right now to take a look at my videos. I'm giving there plenty advices how to improve your level. For example, you can take a look at the study plan to improve your level, or yeah, some games that I'm playing and explain my decision making process. So I have a new game here against the FIDE master from Hungary, 23 or almost 2400. Let me play d6 because that would be the simplest way for me not to spend too much time. Here I can just take on d4, play knight c6, and then g6. And this position is considered to be around equal. I like the fact that this bishop is very strong along this diagonal, but of course white has some control in the center. Maybe I can play knight d4 right now, because afterwards it wouldn't be that simple. Also knight e5 at some point is interesting just to attack. How is he gonna defend the pawn? Maybe bishop e6 first, just to bring a new piece to the game, but then knight... Okay, b3, but I thought it's very dangerous. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that dangerous because the queen is covering everything. Okay, then let's just castle. Can I play f5? Because he's kind of behind in terms of the development. Yeah, I like this move f5, especially in blitz. I want to be as active as possible. Takes. Yeah, he's in time to cover everything. Maybe knight d4 was better, because now I might have some difficulties along the diagonal if I exchange everything. Yeah, I have misplayed it somehow, probably. Because knight f4 is coming with the tempo. Maybe queen d7. And the second rook. Here I could have played knight d4 probably, once again. Okay, now it's a perfect moment. Hopefully I can do that. I mean, I have a second knight to help. It takes there, I can take there. Bishop b7 shouldn't be that great. I have c6. And then a lot of initiative. Knight d5. Yeah, maybe just c5 to make sure that the knight is secure there is the best move. I mean, that's weakening the d5 square a lot, but at least this knight on d4 is now stabilized. And this one is essential for me. Knight e2, but now I can take or just knight c6. I like knight c6. Because now I'm not sure if I should take with the bishop. No, I shouldn't, because f6. I'm gonna blunder my queen. And maybe I should take the knight now at some point with the bishop. And then this bishop is kind of stupid. Yeah, not in time. I should have done it somehow earlier. Okay, now queen takes. Oh no, there is knight e7. Knight e7. But I mean, that was my only chance. Knight takes f5 wasn't possible because of the diagonal queen. And pawn takes also feels wrong, because that's going to be an isolated weak pawn. So he can play knight e7, but hopefully I'm going to get some compensation. Maybe not. Maybe it's not enough. I have to take. How do I get compensation? Knight f3 check. Yeah, the problem for me is to bring this bishop, and that's gonna be not possible because his queen is gonna be so dangerous there. So maybe I start with bishop e8 here. Because if I exchange the light squares bishop, he's gonna have a lot of weaknesses there. Maybe the problem is rook takes, and now king takes, bishop takes, and at least he's gonna win some pawns there. Okay, he just goes b7. Now I don't have a defender there. Bishop e5. Yeah, bishop d5 is also coming. I don't like the position. What can I do? I have to fight. I have to look for my chances. or some initiative. Maybe now bishop c6 is possible. Because if he takes, I take back with the knight, and he takes here, and I take there. f4, I thought at least it's gonna provoke some weaknesses. But maybe it's not enough. Bishop 6 or bishop h8. No, I have to secure the square for my king. Yeah. He's very active. That's a problem. Tremendously active. I don't see a way to activate. Maybe I should... Yeah, I had the move d5 in the very beginning. Maybe that was the way. Not bishop e8 and bishop c6, but just d5. If he takes, I just achieve my goal. That was the right thing to do. Okay, it's gonna be exchanged. Ah, now queen takes a5. But I mean, that gives me some chances. Maybe knight f3. I'm taking this bishop and at least create some threats. Or maybe queen c2. And a5, yeah, I guess that is something. Bishop e4, yeah, that's not that great. g4. Maybe h5, h4 would be possible. Or, yeah, let's try. Maybe h3 now. Can play. It takes, okay. 5. At least I have a bishop here. Ah, no, rook e2. Rook e2, queen b1. Queen g1 can be potentially an idea. I mean, he has also some ideas, but hopefully my king is safe enough to survive a few moves. Yeah, he's just kicking me away. Still h4. h4. Maybe queen d3 was better. h3. Queen d3. I'm attacking the bishop and the pawn. X. Yeah, but this pawn is very fast. How could you protect that? Hopefully I can take it. Ah, no, maybe not. Oops. Not fast enough. Yeah, this position is just checkmate. I have missed bishop g6 and queen f5. I thought I'm already getting something. Or somewhere there. Let's see if it was that bad. Yeah, unfortunately I have lost it. I have won this game. f5 wasn't that great. Not a mistake, but yeah, this position is completely lost now. Knight takes f5 was possible indeed. And after bishop takes, I mean, that's still a huge advantage for white. Queen c3. Why is it not? Ah, because I have knight d4. Yes, that was perfect. Should have just taken with a knight there. Yeah, and here I was mentioning the move d5. Yeah, that's possible. I mean, still, of course, much better for white. Ah, no. There is rook takes and then bishop d4. Okay, it's losing anyway. Yeah, somehow I misplayed it completely. That also happens. Hopefully you are learning from my mistakes. Wait, here, queen takes c4. Wow, that is a beautiful combination. Let me know if you have seen it. Let me know in the comments if you have seen queen takes c4, because rook takes, now knight f3. Still don't have a game. Knight f3 check with a fork, king goes somewhere, and knight takes, and what's very important, I'm attacking the rook, because otherwise he would just take my bishop and win the game. But here it's a beautiful position. It's basically winning for black. Yeah, that was a huge chance for me. I had 19 seconds and I just played queen g4 quickly. Yeah, I just believed him. If he plays bishop e4, then I can't take it. It's protected by the rook. Completely missed. I was looking at knight f3, but I was thinking he can just take it, and I forgot that I can take first and then play knight f3. Yeah, that's beautiful. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it. But afterwards, I also created some chances here. Bishop e4, queen takes, a6, queen a4. Here I felt like already it's... Wow. Yeah, I can just take it. Come on, it's completely winning here. And now queen a1, that's just checkmate. Bishop g6 was a blunder. Hi everybody, watching from New Zealand, I suppose. That's great to have you here. Welcome. Yeah, so here I was completely winning in the end of the game, but unfortunately I have just 6 seconds, and my intention was to take the c4 pawn in order to take to make this d5 square available for my bishop and basically give a checkmate. But the problem is I have completely missed queen f5. I have seen rook e8 check, but I thought, well, king g7, and maybe that's not that bad. Although even there, rook e7 is there, but queen f5 I completely missed. But bishop g6, it's just winning here on the spot. That's very unfortunate. You can't take the bishop, and otherwise, yeah, that's just game over. Okay, well, I have the next round already against an international master, women international master from Ukraine. Playing here the King's Indian. If he plays, yeah, she plays knight f6. And my b3 variation here. Hopefully it's gonna work for me. Bishop b2. Now there is a 5. But I just take it. Bishop f5. Yeah, it's also possible. Not sure what I'm supposed to play. I guess knight d2. Intending knight h4 and d4. Knight f4, but I guess knight h4 is still possible. Can you take on d4? I hope no, because knight takes e4. No, that shouldn't work. Takes. Now I'm protecting the d4 pawn, and I'm attacking here the bishop. Now I can push one of the pawns. I'm not sure, e4 or maybe c4. e5 is coming, takes. Yeah, maybe c4. That's more in the spirit of the position, because the bishop is still opened. So in case of takes and takes, I can take on b7. Although, yeah, I should be careful with that, because there is always this rook b8, knight takes c4 ideas. Okay, bishop h3, but rook e1. That helps me to support the e-pawn, and in case of bishop h3, I can play which one? e5. Yeah, so queen c8 just protects the pawn. I guess that is the idea. Maybe I should have played knight f3, although then bishop h3 was a point. Have to take, I guess, because otherwise e4 is coming. Yeah, and here knight f3. Seems like it's just a little bit more pleasant for me. Taking here with a pawn to open up the e-file. But she can just protect bishop h3. Well, now I can take there, and hopefully this pawn will be... Although it's not that weak. Anyway, let's take. Yeah, it feels like it's equal. Maybe a tiny advantage for me, but nothing special. Bishop takes g2. Do I have any interesting moves like knight takes, knight e7, but queen h3 I guess is a problem. And then the bishop is protected, and I can't win it, and it's gonna go away, and I'm gonna just lose. Although knight e7 check, king h8, bishop takes, king takes, queen g5 check. King goes away, and queen f6 checkmate. It actually might win. Knight takes g6. If she takes, I just take back, and I'm a pawn up. If bishop takes b2, I have knight e7. Yeah, just winning the queen. And in that variation, I'm just giving a checkmate. So I hope it's working. Well, also after queen to h3, in every case I have knight f4 back. So that can't be bad for me at all. But knight e7, hopefully it's working. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe she can just step away now with rook. Okay, well, now I can take here, and seems like I'm a pawn up in the end of the day. Of course, she still has some compensation, but hopefully I can deal with it. Just f3. I can't play e4. Yeah, she definitely has a compensation. Maybe I can be in time to play e4. I'm protecting now the pawn, and next move is e4, because then my pawn structure would be solid, and the most important thing is this rook wouldn't be that dangerous. And now I can make sure that my position is somehow solid. Rook f1, now I'm attacking this pawn, and I want to bring the second rook into the game. And slowly I should somehow convert this position. Maybe queen d4 and queen d5 is an idea. Queen d4 is always good. Yeah, now it's just seems like a completely winning endgame, because I'm a pawn up, and also the c7 is a horrible weakness. I'm gonna attack it twice. Rook c3, rook f to c1. And now this e4 is hanging if I play king f2. Although I'm gonna take on c7, so maybe that's good for me. Maybe not. Okay, let's play rook c4 for now. Just protecting, and next move would be in f2, and I want to bring my king. Now defend, and king to d4. But now the c7 pawn is protected. So I have to break through with f4 and d5 at some point. Also, I have to be fast, because I only have 30 seconds. Maybe I should play f4, because she can play g5, and then it would be more difficult for me to break through. Now f4. Maybe g5 still, but I can take. Can I play e5? Hopefully I can. I mean, my rook is misplaced. Maybe rook takes now. Yeah, everything is protected. That is very good. Otherwise, I'm a pawn up. I'm attacking this g6 pawn, and I really want to activate my rook. Maybe d6. Yeah, I'm not sure it's a good move. I'm not sure it's a good move. Maybe I'm spoiling my advantage, but g6 is hanging, and I'm still a pawn up. Rook d5, I have king g4. And maybe even a4. Oops. Yeah, now I have to go this side, and a4. Yeah, a4 is good, because I'm attacking. Now I'm 2 pawns up. King b6 is not possible because of rook b5. Otherwise, I have rook b5 and rook b4. Yeah, this position should be winning somehow, but still not simple. Now maybe I need to put... Okay. Yeah, I need to put the rook here. King is very active. Somehow that must be winning. So maybe just rook a8 and a7, and then rook h8. Seems like a good plan. Now rook h8 is a threat. Check. Can go forward? Yeah, probably I should, because otherwise king f7 is annoying. Although, still rook h8 was winning there. Yeah, let's go back to my idea, because I don't see any refutation to it. Rook h7 is coming. No matter what, basically. Yeah, so this idea is good. Good enough to win the game. Wow, that was an intense couple of rounds. Is it round number 4? Perfect. Now, after this round, we are going to have a 6 minutes break. So let's take a look at the analysis. Pretty sure I have made some mistakes in this game. Okay, so hello to everybody that are coming. Would it not expose the king more with f3 and e4? Not really, not really, because there are no minor pieces, and I'm controlling the whole files as you can see here, and I'm also attacking, controlling this diagonal with the queen. So black doesn't really have any ways to use it somehow. I mean, I have some weaknesses on the dark squares, but you can never use it. And otherwise, if I play rook f1, that's just too passive. Actually, that rather makes my king more safe than otherwise. Yeah, so this one I played pretty good. Did I make any mistakes? Before that, rook f1 was a mistake. What was the best move? I mean, it's not a mistake, it's an inaccuracy. h4, okay, whatever. Rook f1 is good. Yeah, in this game, endgame is completely winning, but at some point I spoiled something with this e5, although according to a computer, everything is great. Rook b6 is a mistake. So I was wondering maybe rook d6 is just winning here. But I didn't want to spoil it. Yes, that's completely... Wait, I have king e5. Yeah, then it's a simple win. I've completely missed the fact. I was thinking that I'm losing here as a d pawn, and this variation... Yeah, still winning, still winning. I should have went for it. But somehow, psychologically, you never want to get to the opponent game unless you're 100% sure that you're winning it, because there is a chance it's not winning. But rook game is still good enough. Yeah, that's pretty easy to convert. So now we have a break. Feel free to ask your questions. Let's see if we still have some games going on to jump in. Oh, seems like all of the games are over. Okay, then let's make a quick break for a few minutes, and I'm gonna get back answering your question and also yeah, playing round number 5 of this exciting tournament. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and it's gonna be even better. Okay, I'm back with you guys. So yeah, feel free to ask your comments. Sorry, ask your questions in the comments. And I guess we still have a few minutes before the tournament resumes. So it's a perfect moment for you to ask me something. And by the way, back to the question about playing a game with you. I'm gonna definitely make a stream at some point where I'm gonna play with you guys. To not to miss it, join the Lead Chess team because we are playing the tournaments there. You can find it on my channel page. There is a join to play with me button on the top there, so feel free to join, and we are gonna definitely play together, and I'm gonna play with you. So, do we have any more questions? You didn't tell us you will be doing a stream. I would have turned up earlier. Nice to see you. Well, I actually did make a stream beforehand. I have scheduled it, so I don't know. Maybe you haven't seen it for some reason, but pretty sure it was there like a couple of hours ago. I did that. Yeah, we still have a few minutes. Now we have still a lot of players with 4 points out of 4. The tournament is so tough. Caro has 4 out of 4. Fabiano Caruana has 4 points, and Maxim Chagaev as well. Zhigalgo Sergey. Unfortunately, I have lost against him. He's a very strong blitz player, so that is not a surprise. Nice to see you too, by the way. I'm very happy to see you there. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, especially before the in between the games, because I have a few minutes to answer it. Hello there, Sven. Thank you very much for your support. I'm trying my best to make instructive and entertaining content for you so that you can improve your chess. Okay, we are playing, by the way, against another streamer here. 24-21, very strong one, national master. D4, let's play D6. Knight F6, Knight D7. F4, wow. Yeah, he's stopping E5, I can still do it. Yeah, let's still do it. I can play E4 now, just winning a lot of space and time. But I'm not sure that in the end of the day it's so good for me. Let's go for it. I mean, that's the most active move. We are winning a lot of time, so why not? C6, now he's gonna attack it. But hopefully I'm gonna have enough defenders. Maybe I should have played knight b6 immediately. Yeah, maybe knight b6 immediately was strong just to stop the whole c4. He would need to play knight d2, but then knight g4. Yeah, knight b6 was so great. That's a pity. I mean, I also can just take it. Takes and bishop b6 and then knight d5. I like it. Because the knight on d5 is huge. It's attacking the e3 pawn. Knight g4 might be just a threat here. How many points? I have currently 2 out of 4. The tournament is very tough today. I guess because the prize money are doubled today, if I'm not mistaken, $5,000. So everybody wants to get it. I don't. Well, I understand that I never have a chance. So knight g4, attacking. He has to take on d5, I guess, but that would give me at least 2 bishops advantage. That is already great. And also very solid pawn structure. Still, he's very passive. I mean, I'm a little bit not that great with my development. Queen h4 is very tempting. But maybe it's just not how you should play it, because I'm really gonna be behind in terms of development. So let me just develop. Maybe knight h6, knight f5 would be my idea to attack from this side. And the bishop will go to e6, although f5 might be coming. And now queen b3 is the next move. Yeah, somehow it doesn't feel that great anymore. Okay, then I'm gonna just step back with a knight to make sure that nothing dangerous happens here. Still has some problems with his pieces. Knight g3. I don't know if he wants to play f5, but the question is, how do I develop? Because if I don't have a good square. Maybe b6 and bishop a6. Yeah, that is a good idea. I have found it. Although I should be careful with this knight. It might be coming to f5 at some point. I'm not really afraid of exchanging it for my bishop, because my bishop doesn't really have a job yet, at least. Yeah, maybe I can play g6. Although f5 is coming. And then maybe g5? Would that be an idea? Feels risky, but unless he can use it somehow, maybe he can. Maybe he can play queen d1 and knight h5. Okay, now bishop a6. Okay, I have to speed up once again. I don't want to lose on time, and I already have only 40 seconds. Ah, okay. That is something I missed. How do I deal with that? Because rook c7 is unpleasant. And rook c8, he has knight x a7. Knight c7 is not a threat, there is bishop. Knight e8. Yeah, I have just 20 seconds. Too slow. Knight d6, he has queen takes, but I have... d7. Maybe I just take and play knight d6 and then knight c4. Although my a7 pawn would be weak, but his b5 would be also completely weak. Yeah, let's take. I like it. Also, that really simplifies the position, which is important for me now. Oh, rook c6. I have completely missed that. But maybe I have, because this rook is vulnerable here, maybe I have some ideas. a6. b3. But I can take. The rook is still hanging. I have just 10 seconds. I have to be very, very fast. I don't see... Okay, he takes. I have to take b5, queen c6, or maybe rook b8. Oh no, yeah, queen c6 was a move. Also, queen e6, now I'm attacking here. Takes, takes. I have to just be very careful with my king. Pawn is hanging. At some point I might sacrifice it back. This rook takes c5. But c2 is also a huge threat. Just play c2. Let's take it and play b4. Oops, I have just 1 second. Takes. Queen c3 was better, but either way. Oops, there are checks. Wow, queen was hanging. What's going on? I'm panicking here. Okay, f5 should win. Yeah, now I'm pretty confident. Without the queen, it's not that dangerous. g5. I don't want to stalemate him, but otherwise that should be a checkmate. Wow, that was another crazy game. Somehow today, only crazy game, guys. Hopefully you enjoy it, because that feels incredible. Let's take a look at the analysis. Hopefully we have a little bit of time. Hello to everybody that are coming. Welcome on our stream. Hopefully you can learn something to improve your chess. Yeah, I played this game pretty good. The accuracy is 88%, and taking into account the fact that I was so low on time, that's pretty amazing, at least to my eyes. c6 was a mistake. Yeah, knight b6, even b5. Yeah, it's so important to stop the move c4. b5 is a huge idea. Somehow I have missed it. a4, I can just play c6. And if I stop c4, he doesn't have anything active at all. That was great, but still, it's better for black. Knight g4 is actually not that great. I should just continue the development here instead. h5. Well, h5. Very active move. I thought that it's great for me that I get two bishops, but somehow he has some activity. Quite a lot of activity, actually. But this knight d6 idea was good. Wait. I'm losing a pawn. Knight takes e4. Right, knight takes e4. I was already starting to panic here because of the time. What was the best move? Just rook d8 protecting. Yeah, passive, but possible. I mean, the best things that I have. Let me check whether we still have a little bit of time. There is only one game left, but it's gonna take some time. So let's take a look. Yeah, b5 was another mistake. Queen c6. Yeah, I felt that I should play queen c6, but didn't do it. Yeah, now that's completely winning for black, and I have hopefully haven't missed anything significant. Yeah. Now I did everything pretty good. Okay, those guys are still playing. And 2800, by the way, if you're curious, is my rating for this game. So very exciting. I guess now I'm gonna get a very strong opponent. Let's get out of this game. Very strong opponent. Yeah, 27, almost 2800, very strong one, but I'm playing as black. Somehow it's simpler for me in Blitz to play as black because I'm making the first like 15 moves very fast. Starting with d4. Okay, we are gonna have the Philidor defense. Even better. Okay, the endgame. That's normally what I really like, but let's see how it goes this time. Knight f3, I guess knight d7. And this king should go to e8. I mean, king c7, I guess is objectively a better move, but that is also possible. Bishop c5. Knight a4 shouldn't be that great. I mean, bishop g5 is a good move. Sorry, bishop h4 is a good move. Intending to play bishop g3. Now I have b5. Very typical idea. Also a5, threatening a4. So it might actually go very well. Bishop and h4 is good. Normally, I like to have this. Okay, b4 now. And knight takes. Can I do that? Rook a1. Scary, but that's my best chance, I guess. Takes. Yeah, I might get checkmated there. I might get checkmated. Takes. Rook a1, f5. Is that an option? Well, let's try it. Maybe I could have spent a little bit more time to calculate, because taking this e4 pawn without a tempo is very, very risky, as my king is in the center. Okay, takes, rook a1, f5. Doesn't feel to be that bad. Oh, rook d8, checkmate! Oh my god! I have completely forgotten about it. That's the only trick you should always pay attention to. And I know that for sure because that's a very typical idea, and I have completely missed that. That's incredible. But then it means that here after knight x c5, it's already bad because yeah, I just can't take it here. What should I play here? Maybe just bishop b6, typical idea. Yeah, sometimes it happens. An incredible checkmate I missed here, basically in one move. I haven't seen it at all this time. I mean, the most incredible thing is I know that there is a checkmate here, this pattern that the bishop is controlling this diagonal and the rook is coming, but still I missed it. That's incredible because I was trying to play as fast as possible, not to get into time trouble, and that is the consequences of that. That is what happens. Okay, still, let's take a look from the very beginning. King. So here, king to c7 is better, yeah. King to c7 is equalizing, and king to e8 gives advantage for white. Okay, next time I'm gonna do that. It's normally kind of working in blitz, but this time it didn't. I was thinking about knight g4, which is one of the best move here. Okay, I have bishop a6. Give me that too. Bishop a6 is a good move. Still, it's difficult because my king can't castle. Normally you expect that you just castle here and everything is perfect, but my king has already moved. That is why I can do that, and that is basically the biggest problem. But king a7 and rook d8, something like that, is normal. Yeah, that's incredible. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the chat. Meanwhile, okay, I have missed so many comments somehow. How is your day? Yeah, my day is good up to this point where I blundered checkmate in one, but it's okay. It happens. Thank you for asking. How is your day? Can you recommend some openings for me with black and white? I'm 1200. Well, I actually have created two videos about that. The best opening for white and the best opening for black, sorry. It's actually up to 1000 rating in the title of the video, but it doesn't matter. For 1200 it works just as well, so take a look at my videos in the channel. I actually recommend very good openings there. After you took the pawn, I thought white would sack one rook on d7 and to deliver that very mate with the other. Knight takes. Here rook takes d7. Yeah, I don't think it's good. I guess bishop takes, but according to the engine, king takes d7 is basically winning here, because then the king just escapes and you are some material down. But you don't need to sacrifice if you have knight x5, because my knight is pinned, basically, it can't move. And otherwise you're attacking on f7, you're attacking on c6. I mean, I have bishop takes f2, which doesn't seem to be that bad, but according to the engine, it's bad. Knight takes, and now knight takes d7. I'm taking some rook, but knight b6. I mean, that's still a play. But he has a pair of bishops and a pair of pieces against the rook, which is great for white, obviously. But still better than what happened in the game. Okay, well, I have now risen to 1320 from 1250 since the last stream, so I guess that's good. When are you gonna be 3,300? Yeah, unfortunately never, because I'm not Stockfish. That is the only thing that is the only chance to get to 3,300 is to be named Stockfish, but I'm not. But I hope to get to 2,500 ELO rating because that is a Grandmaster level, and that is of course my goal. Opening the files with your king in the center looks scary. Yeah, that is very scary. I was somehow only calculating here rook to e1, but that's, by the way, also good for white. And I had this game before. Yeah, because of knight x5, the same idea, because I didn't see that I'm losing here. Yeah, I never should take it. I should remember it finally. Because I already did this mistake before, and I have lost the game because of it, and I still took it now. That's so stupid. So stupid. Knight g4, f6 is, by the way, a very interesting idea. And this knight is kind of free maneuvering to f7. And this pawn structure is very, very solid. Yeah, but you mean the chess.com rating 3300, and I mean the real one, like the ELO rating. It's never possible for anybody. Even Magnus is struggling to get to 2900, which of course is incredible, but 3300 is never possible for a human in the classical chess. On chess.com, yeah, because chess.com ratings are on itself much higher somehow. For example, I am around 2600, and of course I'm not near 2600 in real life. I'm like 2400 plus. Okay, do we have a next game? Maybe I have missed it. Hopefully I didn't. Ah, okay, because I have played my game so so fast. I have blundered this checkmate. Everybody are still playing. So we have some time. Feel free to ask your questions in the chat. Somehow this chat is working so badly on my smartphone, and I miss some comments from time to time. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you find it useful to be here today with me. So we have here Fabiano Caruana playing as white, and he has like 3 extra pawns in this rook's endgame. That should be enough to win the game, but still tricky. I mean, rook's endgame are so tricky. Also, those pawns are doubled, but now there is a checkmate. No, there is not. King g8, but yeah, now no time for black, but yeah, that's still winning. You exchange the rooks, you place your rook on d1, and then you just come up with your king, push the g pawn, and that's easy to win. Do we have any more games? Let's see how. Okay, actually, Sarana is in trouble here. You could see that he is almost 3100, an incredibly strong player in Blitz. But he's in big trouble here because his pawn is going forward and black has an extra bishop. Who is your favorite #1 player of all time and active chess player? Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, I have no idea. I never thought about it. Who's my favorite player? I have really enjoyed following the games of Mikhail Botvinnik. I have studied a few of his books where he comments his own games, and the way he plays, the style is kind of incredible. Active players, yeah, hard to say. I mean, Magnus is definitely always the most stable one, just beating everybody on a consistent basis. So it's hard not to choose him. Okay, knight c6. I guess you're supposed to play c4. Although e3 is also good. Let's play e3. Just to get away from the theory, because I guess he knows the main lines pretty good. So let's try to surprise him. Bishop g4, h3. Or maybe knight d2 was a move. No, that's good. Because now I have 2 bishops advantage. Not sure bishop b5 is there. Or just takes. I mean, I have 2 bishops. It seems like I should open up the position. Although, yeah, queen g3 is possible because bishop d6 runs into queen takes. So let's risk, because if he manages to play bishop d6 somehow... Ah, knight g6. Yeah, that is something I missed, unfortunately. And now bishop d6 is coming. Yeah, that was a bad choice. I mean, I can play f4 there, but it feels wrong, to be honest. But okay, I guess I have to do that. He doesn't play that. Maybe waiting for me to castle or something. Okay, let's just develop. Guess I have to play f4 after bishop d6, because otherwise I'm losing so much time. but maybe it's not a big deal. Now f3 would be a good square for my queen. Yeah, but this pawn is of course a horrible weakness. I need to bring all of my pieces. Maybe he's gonna castle on side. d6, bishop d2, and rook e1. I need to first secure my king, make sure that this pawn is okay, and then I have to open up the position because I still have those bishops, and they have to work. So maybe I'm gonna play e4 one day. Castles, rook, short castles. I mean, rook e1 is still always good, so in blitz you shouldn't think about that. Takes, takes. Let's bring my king into safety first before doing something active. Maybe knight e4, but I can always take it and then bishop c4. The bishop should be great there. So the question is, how do I continue? Queen f3 maybe? Kind of stepping away from all of the pins and then still helping to prepare the move e4. Okay, he goes for it. I actually thought that's good for me because now I don't have any problems with this pawn. Yeah, the rooks are stupid, but the bishop is active. Maybe he wants to... Can I play a4? Hopefully I can. If he takes, I just take it, and otherwise I have here this bishop. Yeah, but I can't play bishop c3. That's I guess the point. Maybe queen g5 is an interesting idea, because if he takes, my rook is very active. Yeah, I like it. Otherwise, my queen is very active, but maybe he just ignores it, because if I take, that's a different story. That's not that great. But at least I'm not allowing him to develop the rook, because I'm gonna take it. Hopefully I can take there. It feels a little bit risky, but there are some ways to secure the queen. Okay, he takes. Ah, 95. Yeah, that's a very good square for the knight. But okay, still rook f5, rook f1, and maybe bishop e1, bishop g3. Put pressure on this knight. Maybe his idea is to play c5, c4, and I should be careful with that, because if he manages, then my bishop would be horrible. So I always have to play bishop d5 if that happens. Let's step back for now. Bishop g3 seems like a good option, because I'm attacking the f7 pawn there. Yeah, now I was hoping to play rook f6, but maybe bishop e7, but I can take, right? Yeah, I can take there. And I'm once again winning the pawn. Otherwise, I start creating some threats. I'm not sure if rook f4 was bad, because the knight jumps somewhere and then pawn protects here. Although rook f7 was there. Okay, now bishop g3. Feels like a good move. I'm threatening rook d6. If knight goes away, I'm taking it. Ah, knight c4. Yeah, knight c4 is a good point. How do I deal with that? Well, at least I'm winning a pawn there on c6. Not on f7, but on f6. But we have an opposite colors bishops. But still the position is much better for me. I mean, with such a bishop. He also has a lot of weaknesses. Yeah, I also have weaknesses, but it's not that difficult to protect. Rook c5, protecting and attacking. Feels good. I should be careful not to miss a checkmate somehow, because this rook is coming to d2, but for now let's risk and take a pawn. Bishop b3. And rook e5 is on my agenda. The problem for him, it's still difficult to somehow get away from f8. And with one rook, he can't do anything. It's not dangerous for me. Let's take. I understand he wants to play h4, but seems like I'm taking too many pawns here. Rook e7, maybe I should have played it before. Okay, he's going all in, basically. So let me play rook e7, so that I'm taking with the rook and protecting my other rook. Okay, maybe just king g1. Rook d2, but there are no threats, and I can just push my pawn. Yeah, now rook a7. Yeah, now my king is having freedom. It's very good. c3, a6, a5. Seven. No, a7 probably wasn't the right choice. Although bishop d5 now. Seems like I'm winning something. No, I could have still played a8. Start to panic because of time. Oops, bishop f3. Yeah, now it's a check. Okay, I thought I'm already winning, but I'm not. I mean, I am winning, but not that fast. Let's push another pawn. I mean, that must be winning. In Blitz, you should always be careful because it's never late to spoil a game. Hopefully there is no stalemate. h6 is available, and now it's a checkmate. Wow, yeah, that was not simple, but we have won. Okay, so many questions. The community has grown 570 people in about 5 days. Good job. To Gena, can I call you that? No, I'm not. I guess you mean Zhenya, but you should write it somehow differently. No, I'm not Gennady, definitely. Ah, okay. You have understood it yourself. Okay. Have to go. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you very much. Why is that sent twice? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something with the stream. By the way, let me update in case we have any new questions. Feel free to ask your questions in the chat, because now, while I am still not playing the game, that's a perfect moment for you to ask me something, and hopefully that's useful for you to follow my games and to learn from my mistakes, and maybe if I'm making something good, to learn from it as well. Seems like there were some. That's a brilliant move, according to chess.com. Yeah, I mean, that's a good move indeed, because otherwise feels like black is completely lost. Okay, we already started a new game. No time to analyze. It all happens very, very fast. Are we gonna have another Philidor endgame? No, 92. Okay, c6 and b5. Hopefully I can do it immediately. Maybe d5. I don't know. In a classical game I wouldn't do that, but okay, a3. Now it's time to develop the pieces. h3, g4. I had this idea. I guess I mean I had this position in a classical game, and I played something like bishop b7 at a5, and it wasn't that great objectively, but I had pretty good practical chances there. So let me try it one more time. Takes, no, knight is coming to f5. So let's castle first. And now let's take. And play g6, because I really don't want this knight coming to f5. Do you play classical games? Of course I play. I play a lot of classical games, especially recently. I have played a great tournament, have actually won it. And soon I'm gonna upload some videos with the games from this tournament. But for now, I have to deal with this knight on d4. I'm attacking it with c5, and it has to go away, and f5. Hopefully knight f5 doesn't work. Okay, now I guess f pawn is coming, and that's not really great for me. d5. Can I play d5? Maybe after f4. I should play d5. Because he's gonna weaken his pawn somehow. So d5. If he takes, I have knight b6. And I'm gonna pick this pawn up. Yeah, and in this case, hopefully I have knight e4. And some counter chances. Maybe I don't. Can I play f5? I mean, that's my only chance. Otherwise, he's just taking this pawn for free. Ah, he takes there. Yeah, that's a good point. And queen h5 is coming. So this is something I completely missed. Yeah, I guess I have to take. Knight x. Ah, queen g4. It's even worse. It's even worse. But okay, hopefully I'm gonna get some compensation here. Need to activate all of my pieces somehow. Maybe he just plays e6. No, but then I have rook takes. At least, although still queen takes d7, it feels very strong. I struggle to get some initiative. Knight d6. He's attacking the pawn. Rook g8, queen knight f7. Knight f6 maybe. Takes is fine. Takes on c5, knight d5. Now let's go for it. At least I need to out-trick him somehow. That's my only chance. Fiedemeister, a very strong one. Because taken on d6, queen takes, and then the queen is very strong. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have any chances here. Objectively, I guess it's completely lost, but maybe still a few tricks. Okay, knight f4. Sorry, knight d5 is an idea, knight f4. Queen h5. Yeah, now knight f7 is coming. So knight f4, knight f7 takes... Wait, but there is a bishop hanging there, so he can't do that. So let me risk and take it. I mean, I'm also attacking the queen, so that's basically a fork. Hopefully he missed the fact that after knight takes, I take with the rook, protect the bishop and attack the bishop on c5. Otherwise, rook takes f4, just rook takes. It doesn't change anything. So maybe I have chances now. Because if I exchange this bishop, then my bishop from a8 will be just a beast there. Rook is coming to g-file as well, and that feels very strong. I really want knight takes g2, because knight a2 doesn't give me anything, even if it's possible. Just king goes away, and that's nothing. Okay, now I take. Are there any checks? Knight f7 maybe? But rook takes f7, the same thing happens. The knight is hanging, so I guess I have to take. I have rook g8 takes an e3. No, but there knight f7, so I have to... Wait, maybe knight f7 is the problem in the end of the day. But I want to take on d6 and then play... Ah, he takes on f8 first. Yeah, that's a good point. I have to take with the queen. But still e3 now. No checks, that's the most important thing. Once his bishop gets here, he wins. Oh no. I have completely missed that. Yeah, I have to take. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. Maybe it's still not a big deal. After bishop takes, I have queen f2 check. King h6. Ah no, bishop e3. Why am I missing everything? Now it's a checkmate. Come on. Should have just went back. I have thought that I don't have any checks. I mean, that he doesn't have any checks, but bishop takes e3. Blundering again. Wondering if at the end I still had any chances. What is your rating? My ELO rating is 2402 currently, but in a week it's gonna be 2418 because of that very good tournament that I played recently, because I have achieved a lot there. 97 is a blunder. Knight f to d7. Yeah, that is the way to go on, right? Because it's sidestepping all of the attacks, and then I still can develop the second one via c6, and that seems to be good. f5 is a huge mistake. And b6, just giving up the pawn and hoping for some counterplay. Yeah, knight f5, my opponent... Why my opponents are always making those brilliant moves? That's annoying. That's very annoying. How old were you when you started playing chess? I was 6 years old when I started. Yeah, e3 is a mistake. What is the best move here? Bishop d5. Yeah, just kind of stabilizing the position, making sure that f7 is covered. Yeah, bishop d5. I really like this move. But unfortunately, I completely missed knight f7 because I believe if there wouldn't be knight f7, yeah, the position is very good for black. I mean, it's equal, and I would say that either white should be careful here, finding the only moves not to lose. But unfortunately, knight f7 is there, and then it's great. But how could you play king h6? It's so obvious that bishop takes e3 is there. I have missed it completely. So king f8. I mean, that's still bad for me because it's like 2 extra pawns. Okay, yeah, 2 extra pawns is too much. So here it was essential to stop knight f7. That was basically the last chance, because after bishop d5 I have 2 bishops. The advantage is not that huge. Like, according to the engine, it's less than a pawn, so completely playable position in blitz. But unfortunately I have missed that. Okay, let's go on. We still have a lot of games. Okay, it's round number 8, so we have a little bit of break here. 6 minutes to be exact. So let's make a few minutes break, and I'm gonna be back with last rounds, which are gonna be very exciting. So I hope you're gonna enjoy it and also find it instructive for you. Okay, I'm back here and let's get prepared for the last rounds here. Let's see who is taking the lead here. We have one player with 8 out of 8 from India, not surprisingly for me, Gupta, a very strong grandmaster, also a very strong blitz player. Fabiano Caruana has 7, and Hikaru Nakamura also has 7 out of 8, and Wesley So has 7 out of 8, so a very, very huge fight here for the first prizes. And for me, I just want to play a decent tournament. I have now 4 out of 8. If I win the last 3 games, then it's gonna be a very, very good result. Let me update the chat whether there are some questions. No new question. Feel free to ask it. And yeah, you can also comment how you find my games. I mean, sometimes I do play some decent games and outplay my opponent, but sometimes I blunder checkmate in one like it happened today. So everything is possible on our stream. Like, if you are watching Hikaru Nakamura's streams, then probably it's not that that crazy. I mean, he's playing too strong, making too few mistakes, and I can provide some show for you because I'm often blundering some stuff, but hopefully at the same time also providing some use for you, explaining my decision-making process throughout the games, and sometimes, yeah, finding some good ideas and good moves. So I'm not sure how many minutes still there are left before the tournament resumes. I guess, yeah, maybe a minute or so. Once again, feel free to ask your questions. By the way, if you ever want to play against me, then feel free to join our team on Lichess. You can find the link on my channel, a big white button, join to play with me, and we are gonna play a tournament together with you and me, and yeah, that would be an interesting stream. Hopefully you're gonna all participate in it. So not to miss it, feel free to join this team on Lichess, and I'm gonna accept your request. Okay, still not starting. Okay, now we have our game. I'm playing against International Master. Let's try to play knight f3 and b3 this setup. Somehow I can't make a move. Now I can. Okay. c5. Yeah, that is good for us. So bishop is going to b2. Now e3. I usually play knight c6, and now bishop to b5. Ah, okay, he's not allowing me to play bishop to b5. Then I guess I can switch to the d4 approach. d4 and bishop d3, because I'm kind of winning the tempo. Although, yeah, maybe you could argue that a6 is a useful move for black. Wait, what tournament? Do you mean the tournament I'm playing now, or tournaments you can play with me? Bishop d3. At some point I should play a3. Well, this one. Ah, okay, he wants to take and then play knight b4. So let me play a3 just to make sure that this knight is never coming. If you mean the tournament that you can play with me, it's a Lichess Arena tournament, so we can all play together, you and me, and you can play multiple games against me throughout this tournament, so I guess that would be a very good format. And once again, to be able to take part in it, feel free to join the Lichess team. Okay, bishop d6, castles. I don't know if I can play g4 or it's too risky. Maybe it's too risky. Because my idea is to achieve 95, of course. And g4, I mean, g4, maybe he can take. Then queen is coming, or maybe king g2 and rook h1, and I survive. Otherwise, I want to put, yeah, let's try to go for it. Yeah, the tournament we will play with you. So it's a arena tournament on Lichess. I really want to do it because I guess it's gonna be fascinating for you. And we can basically play a tournament of our community and find out who is the best player in our community. Journey to Grandmaster. So now knight e5 should be possible. f4, all the basic ideas. Knight to f3. Maybe he's gonna take on d3. But I can even take with a pawn. Or maybe with a knight. Both moves are possible. Because if I take with a knight, I attack this pawn on c5. Yeah, rook c8 is normally a good move. Maybe rook c1. Takes. Bishop b8. Ah, okay, the bishop is coming this way. And probably want to put some pressure on the pawn. I want to play f4 anyway. f4, knight f3. Let's go for it. If I lose, I lose. What to do? Now he takes. Yeah, but I really wanted to take with a pawn. Knight takes. Because then knight e4 is never possible. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, my pawn structure is bad, but maybe I have some active opportunities now. Yeah, so now I can't play g5 because of knight takes d4, I suppose. I have to play knight f3. And then queen d2, queen d2. I mean, queen e2 or queen d2 somewhere. And somehow I need to continue my attack. Knight d7. Maybe I need to secure my king, step away. Not sure where. h1, I guess, the safest square. So that if he takes, I can take with the d pawn. Okay. Now I might take this pawn to make his pawn structure worse. Because at some point he has to take with the pawn. Okay, now I need to attack this e6 pawn. Although, maybe c6. Yeah, but f4 is also weak. That's a problem. Oh no, I have just 20 seconds. I forgot about the time completely with my whole decisions here. Yeah, now this knight is coming to g6. Maybe rook e2, rook. Wait, he has bishop b8. How do I protect that? I guess I don't protect that. Yeah, misplayed it somehow. e5, okay. Let's take. Play f5. I guess e5 was a mistake. Maybe not. Takes. 5 seconds. That's my biggest problem. Oh no, the pawn is hanging. I've missed that. Completely missed that. As always. Always I'm missing something. Oh no, there is a check. So unfortunate. Now the rook is coming. Yeah, I missed everything. The time was the biggest concern. Somehow realized that I have 20 seconds and then it was too late. What's your team name? Yeah, you can just find it on my YouTube channel, just on the top, on my banner there. There is a huge white button, join to play with me. Yes, it's so unfortunate that I was so slow because I really liked my position. And I guess once he played e5, I had good chances here. Yeah, somehow I have underestimated the weakness of this f4 pawn. It's so weak. Yeah, but e5 was a huge mistake. Now I have an advantage. But I just didn't have time. Maybe bishop c5 immediately. That was the move. No, that wasn't the move. Just f takes e. Yeah, maybe that, because it's gonna be... okay. Because I'm just forking it, and now it's a perfect position. Yeah. I wanted to block everything, but now the problem is that he still are opening everything. Queen c4, I was thinking about it, but I didn't see how to proceed. Okay, bishop d4, just pinning the pawn. Yeah, very complicated position. I have just 8 seconds. That's crazy. I should just play much faster, much faster. I tell it to myself every time and still play too slowly. Yeah, now seems like a very good position. Still very, very tricky because those guys are looking very scary. But you can do that. You can deal with it somehow. And this one is completely lost, so I should have never taken the knight on g6. Okay, we still have some time. Queen c4 was okay, bishop c5 was okay. And I really wanted to play bishop c5. Knight g5, yeah, knight g5 is a key move. Somehow I wanted to exchange pieces to simplify the position, but unfortunately that just loses immediately. Feel free to ask your questions, because, well, the play today is not perfect, as you can see. But it's fine. I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's life. Still, it's great to play in such a tough, strong tournament. Let's see how Alireza Firouzja is winning the game here. Oh yeah, okay, that's too simple. Do we have any more games? This guy from India is so strong, and he's winning again here. Bishop d4, just... Yeah, white is trying to flag. White is also very, very strong, 3000 rating. I mean, that is incredible, but of course, without any pieces, it's never possible with the increment. Do we have any more games? Another streamer here with whites, and that's a draw. Okay, so now we are gonna get a new game to play. Hopefully, it's gonna be a successful one for me. It's time to score some points. FIDE Master, and you're 400 rated. G4, wow, what a move. What do I do? Again, I'm gonna just stick to my approach. So universal, it works against everything. Although maybe this endgame here is not that great as normally, because... Okay, now with the knight there... I mean, if I play knight f6, somehow this g5 is coming. But okay, maybe it's not a big deal. I have knight h5. He actually goes for an endgame. I mean, I like this endgame in all possible variations. This position should be good for me. Maybe bishop a5 is interesting, because I want to destroy his pawn structure. Yeah, now he's going away. And I can even castle here, which is a huge advantage compared to the normal Philidor endgame. Still, my pawn is a little bit vulnerable, but if I play, I have to be careful with g5. But I always have knight h5, so that should be fine. Knight g5. So he's going to e4 and then to d6, I guess. Yeah. Maybe I should have done something about that. Knight c5. Hopefully it works, because b4 never seems to work. I always have bishop d2 with check in case of some jumps, some knight jumps. Knight e4 now. I'm gonna take it multiple times. The most important thing for me is not to allow this knight d6 jump, because that would be very annoying for me. And also not to be low on time. That is essential. I'm not sure if I want to play e4 myself, because then this knight has suddenly no moves, and if I can maintain this pawn on e4 for a move, then h6 can just win a piece. So the idea is very promising. I'm not sure that I'm gonna have enough defenders there for this e4 pawn. By the way, what do I do if he plays a3 now? h6, b4, takes. Okay, he actually wants to take on c5, I suppose. After bishop takes c3, bishop takes c5. It's not a big deal, but feels like he's more active there. Do I have any alternative? Knight e6. Knight e6 might be good because the knight is coming somewhere. Knight f4, takes. And knight f4, knight d6. Knight d6 is so annoying. Okay, let's go for it. Let's take it. Maybe bishop b6. Yeah, but he's gonna exchange and play e3. That is not what I want. Knight d4, is that playable? Yeah, knight d4 seems to be interesting. By the way, I'm threatening to take this pawn with a check. Maybe knight f4 was better, because the pawn would be safe on the f4 pawn, f4 square, and now he's gonna take it. I was hoping for bishop b6, but maybe it's not enough. I mean, if I would keep the two bishops, that would be perfect, but he always has this knight d6 fork in the end of the day. Still, I guess it shouldn't be bad for me. Also, after bishop takes, I'm gonna have this check, hopefully. Ah, wait a second, the pawn is not hanging, actually. I was somehow calculating that he's gonna play a knight d6. But okay, bishop e6, I guess I have a decent position. Now bishop d5 is kind of a threat, so he has to play knight d6, seems like. But then, I don't know if I have bishop takes f2. I guess not. Knight takes, bishop e3, knight d6, rook d8. Yeah, knight goes back, knight e4. Then he has an extra exchange. So knight d6, what do? I guess just rook d8, e3. Wait, also b7 is hanging, so maybe rook e7. Rook e7 seems to be the move. But now e3. Yeah, e3 is very, very annoying. I can't take on a2 because of b3. What do I have? Should play against this knight somehow. Knight f5, I have rook d7. Also, I have to speed up. He has less time, that's good, but after knight f5 I can also take, because my rook is protected. Ah, okay, he has that. Bishop d5 takes. That's not much. Let's play king f8. No, now knight takes b7. Yeah, now I'm losing everything. Can I trap this knight somehow? Let's try. Winning one pawn back. That's good. This knight is still kind of trapped, but how can I use it? Just have 6 seconds. G5. Oh no, no, he can take. Oops. Ah, that's a check. Oh no. Wait, do I have king d4? Ah, no time. Man, I'm losing another game. Yeah. Too slow. I don't know why. Why am I playing so slow today? Couldn't you have taken the knight so that when they took your rook, you take his bishop and it's a trade? Well, it's not a trade because he's winning all of my pawns. That's the problem. Knight c6. Okay. Yeah, I felt like this endgame is so good, but why did I spend so much time? Rook d8. Yeah, rook d8 is smart. Yeah, I miss the fact that the pawn on f2 is protected and then I don't have anything. King f8 is a huge blunder, but no human would make rook f8 move in this position. Yeah, now I felt like I got something because this knight is pinned. But according to the engine, that's here I have a chance. Here it's a draw. G3 is correct. Yeah, that's just a draw. King d7, do I have something better? No. Yeah, of course I can just take it. And it's always a draw. But I felt like he has 3 seconds and I tried to play for a win with this move, but I completely missed knight b5 idea. And he saw it in just with just 2 seconds. That's incredible. So here basically every move is a draw. Bishop f4, bishop takes, just not bishop d4. I mean, that one is never a problem. King is going to c5. But I decided to play for a win, and that's already completely winning. So even a check, I thought that at least I can make a draw somehow. But I can never do it. Bishop b5 is a threat, so I played b4, then b3, knight e3. And bishop is unfortunately, it has to go back. It can't stay there because the knight is attacking it. Yeah, this one is completely winning because I never have a chance. My bishop should be on c8 to attack the pawn, but it's so slow. Can never achieve that. Takes b6, and then the knight will jump with some checks. And at least he can always protect, and that's winning. But at least, I mean, that's going to be bishop and knight against king. That would be a fascinating endgame, also a very instructive one. But unfortunately, I lost on time. Oh, I already have a game. I always miss it. Okay, last round, round number 11. Hopefully I can at least win this one and end the tournament on a good note. c5, bishop d3, castles, d2, b3. Ah, g5, yeah, g5 is a very good move. Although this diagonal is very weak. Also, I mean, the development is important in chess. But of course I can just get checkmated fast and then the development doesn't matter at all. Yeah, rook g8, protecting the g4 pawn. How do I use my advantage in terms of the development? Maybe c4, d5? But d6 is coming, right? d6 is coming, and if I play c4, I don't have any moves for my knight. So let's take. That's gonna open up the bishop. Although what I don't like is bishop c5, that is why I didn't play it in the first place. Knight f7, king takes, knight c6, queen takes, and I'm getting checkmated. Yeah, somehow Somehow it's not great, and I'm spending a lot of time again. Shouldn't do that. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken on c5. How do I deal with d6? Maybe bishop e2. Attacking this pawn, but he can protect, but knight d3, at least I have some squares for the knight now. Although it feels passive. It's passive. Feel free to ask your questions. d6, knight d3, the only move. And now queen goes to c6. Well, but some pieces are... Wait, I wanted to take on g4. But maybe it wasn't possible. Maybe there is bishop takes g2, king takes, and then somehow it doesn't work. Okay, knight d5 feels wrong. Gives me chances. Maybe he wants to take on e3 twice, but... yeah, maybe in this variation it's gonna work indeed. Although I have knight f6 there, so let's go for it. If he takes, I'm gonna get a lot of pieces, and I don't care about pawns. I'm gonna just try to use my initiative with minor pieces. His king is in the center, he's not developed. Knight on f6 would be great, attacking the rook, so that's gonna be a huge initiative. Okay, now I should just take here. Now once again, this king has to be important at some point. Can I play just c4 and knight f4? Or maybe e5. Yeah, e5 is annoying. Knight d5, I guess I must play it, otherwise queen c6 would be a problem. Not a huge one, I have f3, but still. Okay, and now e4. I was hoping for this move because then the g4 pawn would be hanging. Although maybe the point is that I shouldn't really take it because then the rook would be very, very active along the file. So maybe I shouldn't have played e4 in the first place. Bishop takes, castles, bishop e6. Yeah, let's go for it anyway. Because his queen is far away, I still have a few tempi. Somehow. Knight is coming to f6. Maybe b4 right now. I have to get some initiative before he somehow checkmates me. Or she, it's a women FIDE master. Now takes here. He takes on e6. She takes on e6. Well, I can just step back actually. Oops. Once again, I have 20 seconds. Once again, so slow. Doing the same mistake every time again. c4. d5 pawn is hanging. Queen e2 would be desirable, but... Oh no. Why didn't I play bishop f5 in the first place? Okay, I hope to survive. I hope to play g3 and king h1. Oh no. Takes. Takes is very unfortunate. I don't want to lose my bishop because then rook g8. And that seems bad. Why can't I just... queen. But I have rook g1. No! I missed that completely. Now it's a checkmate. Why do you take? Why do you take? Should have at least taken with the rook first. Yeah. I don't know, I'm just losing everything today. Queen e3, maybe last chance to survive till the endgame. Takes. Now rook g1. Okay, but it's opposite colors bishops. She has a lot of pawns, but at least I'm still alive. It's 2 seconds on the clock. Now I might get a chance to block the pawns. Yeah, but I should have played a4 earlier. King d4, but I get a pawn too. Maybe not, maybe d5. Yeah. a5. Now I'm taking on a4. Well, now I have a passer. Actually, I have quite a lot of pawns here. Ah, no, I should have went to a different direction. But okay, I'm taking here on h7. It just gives me a tempo. And now the question is, who's gonna be the first one? I feel like I'm the first. Now I have 7. Yeah, now I'm just winning. Well, that was a crazy game, but I guess after such a bad tournament, I deserved at least one fascinating victory. But once again, I forgot about the time. Okay, I promise next time I'm gonna just play fast no matter what. I'm gonna play fast because, well, this way I'm just losing everything. And the way I won in this game is absolutely incredible. I had like 0.4 on my clock when I made this move, and I was thinking that it is just a checkmate. But actually, it was possible to still survive. So this position is winning, or almost winning, let's say. Let me see. 94 is excellent. 95 is best. So that is great. This position is almost +2. Yeah, e4 is a mistake, definitely. Because I felt like I'm taking on g4, but it just helps to create some counterplay for him. Good game. Well, thank you very much, but I wouldn't call it a good game. So instead, what I should do here is f4. Yeah, I felt like I need to open up the position somehow, but just went for a wrong way to do that. f4 is good, because this bishop is still closed. Yes, this g file is opened, but yeah, even rook takes, attacking this f pawn. Yeah, that's great. Although, also not that clear. Queen c2. Yeah, queen c2 is actually a good move, because it's not simple to defend the f5 pawn. Okay, anyway, I played e4. And knight f6 was even better. Still better for white. Even here, it's around equal. Here I should have just taken, and I wanted to take it, but then I thought, let's just go back. Knight e6 takes. Yeah, I felt like e3 is coming. That is a mistake, but e3 is possible. But I have just f3. Yeah, that's fine. I guess that would be a good position for me, practically. This f4 en passant works. Not sure what you're talking about, which moment. Ah, you mean when I played f4, according to the engine, that was the best move he can take. Yeah, of course, but still it's a good position after rook takes f3. Okay, now bishop takes e4. Once I got this bishop to e4, I felt like it's good for me, but unfortunately this tactics works. Like, I only need one tempo here to play g3, and then everything is great. But she uses this exact moment and plays knight takes g2, a very well spotted. And now if I take, she has rook g8, and that's, yeah, completely lost. I have to play f3, but yeah, that's winning for black. So this one seemed like an option. Yeah, and now I'm winning, but not bishop takes. Bishop takes is a very bad move. Rook takes is the right way to do it. I somehow, without any time on the clock, I thought it doesn't make any difference. And here I have an extra rook, basically. There is no checkmate, just king f1 there and game over. Yeah, just take with the rook. And rook takes g2, another brilliant move. Somehow all of my opponents are making brilliant moves against me today. Good for them. Queen e3, suddenly it's not that bad. According to the engine, it's almost equal. I mean, I thought I'm completely lost, but no. Opposite colors bishops That's amazing stuff. But I should have played a4. I have somehow missed king b5 because if I don't allow, although he still can play bishop d1. Okay, now king f4, d5, a5, and somehow it's not losing. Because it feels like losing, but it's not. b1, king b3. Ah, because I have b5, and then now actually white is winning. And otherwise, I'm just coming with my king to d4, and I'm controlling everything. Yeah, so endgame is suddenly not bad for white. But what happened in the game? Instead, king f4 is a mistake. King d5 is another mistake. a5. Yeah, why do I care about this d5 pawn? All I need to do is just to push those pawns forward and create a passer. And now it's winning for white. Already this position is winning for white. Even king f4 is right. Yeah, because here I'm blundering the victory. Ah, I have b5. Yeah, b5, and now one of the pawns promotes. Why? Yeah, I'm missing everything. But I had 3 seconds. With 3 seconds on the clock, it's difficult to understand at least something. But this position is still winning. Now I'm promoting first. Okay, do you have any questions remaining for me? Otherwise, I guess the tournament is over. Let's take a look. Hikaru actually won the tournament, and Firuja also has 9.5, and Fabiana Caruana is the third one. Well, pretty solid here. Unfortunately, it didn't go well for me. I'm only having 5 points here, and 197. That's horrible. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was instructive, and I definitely wait to see you again, maybe on our stream where we are gonna play against you. I'm gonna play against you, so hopefully you're gonna come. And otherwise, there are a lot of instructive videos on the channel coming and also published already. Hopefully it's helpful for you. Thank you very much for being with me today. See you next time.